Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. My name is Charles John Season, and for today's video, i-discuss ko po sa inyo ang example ng dividend policy. So, we got the problem here. For the residual distribution policy or dividend policy, so the CJ's company or the CJ company is considering 3 independent projects. So each of which requires a 5 million investment, and the estimated internal rate of return or IRR and the cost of capital for these projects are presented below. So meron tayong tatlong klaseng risk. Merong high risk, project medium premium, and low risk. So for the note, i-zoom natin siya ng konti para makita nyo at mabasa nyo guys. For the note, that is the project's cost of capital varies because of projects have different level of risk. So the company's optimal capital structure calls for 50% debt and 50% common equity. So CJ expects to have net income of 7,287,500 pesos. So if CJ bases its dividends on the residual model, so all distributions are in the form of dividends. So what will its payout ratio be? So for the formula, we got the distribution equals net income minus retained earnings needed to finance new investments, and equals net income minus the target equity ratio times the total capital budget. So, meron na po ako nilagay dito guys upang mas mabilis nating ma-explain at maintindihan. So, dito sa ating attempt 1, which is the capital budget na 15 million. So, under ng attempt 1, we have the expected net income na 7,287,500 pesos, and the target equity ratio is 50%, and ang ating capital budget is 15 million. So, para makuha ang ating expected distribution, attempt 1, kinakailangan nating i-compute ang equal sign, tapos so tanggalin natin siya para makita nyo guys. I-compute natin ang expected net income, yan, na 7,287,500 pesos, and then i-minus natin siya sa ating target equity ratio na 50%. So maglalagay tayo ng open bracket, yan, 50%. Tapos muna yung aircon B. Naka-electric fan pa yun. Tapos 50% na ratio, tapos i-multiply sa budget capital, which is the 15 million pesos, and then close bracket. Kaya lalabas ay 200 or negative 212,500 pesos. So given that the expected distribution can't be met. So if the firms or follows the residual model, it can take on all three projects. So hindi niya makakaya lahat ng three projects. So sinasabi dito only 2 lang daw, kundi 2 lang. So dito sa pangalawa, sa ating attempt 2, so ilagay natin dito is attempt 2. Attempt 2. Yan. So dito sa ating attempt 2, kinapi lang natin yung nauna dahil ang kukunin natin is yung expected distributions attempt number 2. So dati pa rin, we got expected na net income na 7,287,500 pesos and target equity ratio na 50% and the capital budget na 10 million. So para makuha ang ating expected distribution attempt number 2 is kinakailangan natin ulit gawin yung tulad nung nauna. So tanggalin muna natin ulit to guys. So expected net income tapos minus open bracket 50% na target equity ratio, and then i-multiply natin siya sa capital budget na 10 million. And then close bracket. Kaya ang lalabas is positive 2,287,500 pesos. So para makuha natin ang ating payout ratio, kasi sabi dito sa question is what will its payout ratio be? So ilalagay natin yung payout ratio. So para makuha natin ang payout ratio, kinakailangan natin kunin yung positive na distribution, which is itong 2,287,500, and i-divide natin siya sa expected net income, which is yung 7,287,500 pesos. So kapag tinotal mo yan is lalabas ay 31%. So sinasabi sa atin na ang level of capital budgeting that we can take on is 10 million pesos at ang ating payout rate or ratio would be 31%. So that's all for problem 1. Sunod naman natin ang problem 2. So dito sa ating problem 2, sample case. So ACE targets a debt to equity ratio of 60% and 40%. So the company projects that its capital budget for the coming year will be 4 million pesos. So if ACE reports a profit of 3 million pesos and it practices the residual dividend policy, what will be its dividend payout ratio? So nilagay natin dyan, ang ating capital budget ay 4 million. Tapos sumunod naman ang ating net income is 3 million. Tapos ang ating equity ratio naman, which is given na siya, is 60% and 40%. So para sa ating formula, dividends equals net income minus capital budgeting equity. So, ilalagay natin dito 3 million na net income minus the capital budget na 4 million, and then dito naman sa gilid is yung ating equity ratio na 40%. So, para makuha itong 1,600,000 is kinakailangan nating multiply ang ating 4 million times 40%, kaya lalabas ay 1,600,000. Next is para makuha natin ang 1.4 million, kinakailangan nating i-compute ang ating net income na 3 million at i-minus natin dito sa ating na-compute na capital budgeting. Kaya lalabas 3 million minus 1.6 million is total of 1,400,000. So, next is ang hinahanap dito kung what will be its dividend payout ratio. So, nag-insert tayo ng payout ratio. So, dividends divided by net income. So, para makuha natin ang kanyang total, ilalagay natin ang dividend na 1.4 million divided by, so equals dividend divided by 3 million, which is yun yung ating net income na 3 million equals to 4.46 or 0.4667, or kapag convert natin yan, lalabas ay 46.67%. And that's all for my examples for dividend policy. Thank you so much for listening.